International Conference on Arts and Humanities.
Everybody. Honorable Chairperson Dr. Manfred Mills, University of Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. Honorable Professor Disa Nayake, Emeritus Professor of Sinhala University, Colombo, Sri Lanka. Honorable Professor Gary Swanson, University of Colorado, United States of America. The Organizing Committee of TICCN, Honorable Mr. Isanka and Honorable Mr. Oshade, and obviously my dear friends. Namaskar. I represent India. I am from Pune University, Professor Ramakrishna Mori College, Apuri, and my name is Dr. Shilpa Gauri Prasad Kandpur. Today, the topic of my presentation is use of task-based activities in the teaching of drama. The main focus of my presentation is what task-based activities actually are, what are the roles of the teacher and the students in the task-based teaching, and what are the activities that can be actually used while teaching drama. Teaching of drama is considered to be an interesting activity for teachers in especially ESL, EFL or English as a first language also. What is task-based teaching? Task-based teaching or language teaching, that is TBLT, was first developed by N. Prabhu in 1987. It focuses on the use of tasks and it believes that students learn by interacting, and it believes that errors are parts of natural learning. Now, what's so peculiar about drama? Drama is not made of only words, but of sights and sounds, stillness and motion, noise and silence, relationships and responses. And that's why drama is different than, other genres of literature. The two distinctive features of drama are, it exists in the performance and also exists as words on a page or text. That is, drama has both the performance text and the written text. Now my question is, are the traditional methods of teaching of drama appropriate? I'm talking about India. In a typical ESL classroom of India, there is little or no participation of students in teaching-learning process. Lecturing method is usually used because of obviously large number of students and large classes. I can tell you in 20 years of my teaching experience, I have been teaching, some of my friends are here, I have been teaching the students or the classes having 150 students, 175 students, or sometimes even 185 students. And so the students are most of the time passive listeners. I'm from a graduate college. Then, can learning of drama be interesting and engaging ever? This is my question, and this question, I'm going to answer this question through my presentation. Now, advice of the gurus, the linguists, the grammarians, and the persons from ELT field, they say that the task-based activities stimulate interest and help learners overcome the barriers posed by language. The task-based activities foster a strong sense of involvement on the part of students and encourage them to learn through active participation. Active involvement and participation of the students is a must. Without it, they cannot learn language, that is, second language or L2. Total involvement on the part of the learner can be guaranteed only if he or she is motivated and interested in the activity. So here comes the role of the teacher, which is very important because it is the teacher who is going to organize activities, who is going to frame the task-based activities for the students. Now, in task-based language teaching TBLT, there is a change or shift from the teacher-centered class to the student-centered class. Malay has said that the teaching of drama helps shift the center from the teacher to the students. Obviously, I am talking about a typical TBLT class, and in a TBLT class, the teacher's role is just that of a catalyst. Why do we use task-based activities in the teaching of drama? This is the next question. Because it helps students to overcome the barrier of L2, it accelerates the learning process through active participation of students, I have already stated. It enhances the students' understanding of the dramatic text. It helps students to infer, interrogate, and interpret the dramatic text. And obviously, it makes the dramatic experience or teaching of drama fruitful and rewarding. The case study for this paper is teaching of Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Honest, a trivial comedy for serious people. That is the full name of this comedy. This is a comedy of manners full of wit, fun and wondrous events. Due to the complexities of plot structure and the element of mystery, the play becomes absorbing and exciting to the students. I have designed a number of activities for teaching a play that is Importance of Being Honest. Due to the scarcity of time, I will not be able to just now show the video clips or the PowerPoint presentations that I have prepared. I will not be able to cover all the activities that I have given in my paper. But you can always go to the proceedings and you can find all the activities that I have mentioned in my paper. Now the first activity is students, the PowerPoint presentation is given by the teacher about the writer, that is the playwright, Oscar Wilde. It is full of pictures. Then it also introduces the students with the various works of his. And obviously the PowerPoint presentation is because it gives a visual effect. The focus is, it introduces students to the dramatist and his works. Now through this activity, the development of skills that take place is reading and writing skills, because the students read and then write down the points. The development of skills are skimming, scanning, and note-taking. Now the second activity that can be taken is the students will be introduced with the various characters through the PPT. I have just deleted the second activity. And through this activity, the PPT will be shown and the students will be shown the different characters. And in brief, the outline story. Obviously the details will not be given, but the outline story and the characters will be introduced. After this, a sociogram will be given to the students to fill in, and the students will fill it. This particular activity, the focus is to present the main characters and their relationships to each other. Now Jack Worthing is the protagonist of this particular play. Now I have kept him in the center. Then Jack Worthing, his guardian is Thomas Cardew, his granddaughter is Cicely Cardew. Then Jack Worthing's friend is Algernon, his fiancée is Cecily Cardew, so and so. This particular activity helps to develop the students' cognitive skill and writing skill. The development of sub-skills are predicting and guessing from the context. Task-based activity 3. In this particular activity, the actual reading of the play takes place. The teacher assigns different roles to different students, and actually they sit and the students read the text. When the focus is to acquaint students with the story, with the plot of the play. And after the reading of every act, there is going to be a discussion, and in this discussion the students will come up with different views and they will discuss things with the teacher. Development of skills is reading, listening and speaking skills. Sub-skills, loud reading, skimming and scanning. The next activity that can be conducted is, after the reading of the act, there can be and there will be the screening of the video clips of the play, act-wise. And after the screening of each act, obviously there will be a discussion followed by it. The focus is to support the students' understanding of the play. Development of skills is listening skill, speaking skill, and the cognitive skill. Sub-skills involved are comprehending, pronunciation, conversation, predicting, and using the previous knowledge. The next activity is the students will be now familiar with the theme, the plot of the story and the play. Then the teacher will give them sheets, and on this particular sheets the summary of the play will be written, but the jumbled sentences will be given to them and the students will reorganize them. The main focus is the student should understand the chronology of events in the play. Development of skills is reading skill, cognitive skill, and writing skill. Sub-skills, silent reading, skimming, scanning, predicting, and organizing cohesive paragraphs. Next activity is guess what would have happened if. In this particular activity, the students will be given, the situations like Miss Prism is a character who is very important in this play because in the end, she is the person who solves the mystery. So the teacher can ask the students a question like this: if Miss Prism would not have disclosed the secret of the handbag, if Algernon would not have secretly written Jack's address of the manor house. So these are the questions, and in this activity, the students will be asked to think and they will come up with different answers. Development of skills is speaking skill and cognitive skill, and sub-skills, pronunciation, conversation, predicting, and guessing from the context. Now the next activity is fill in the grid with brief remarks. Up till now, the students are well conversant with the characters, the story, the plot, the setting. So they will be given a grid and they will have to fill it. Obviously, the students will have to give only brief remarks. So this is setting of the novel like temporal, geographical, physical setting. Physical setting is London and Hertfordshire. Then rising action, climax. The students will pinpoint it. The tone, the theme. The themes are so many in this particular play. So all these will be discussed in the class later on, but obviously they'll write it down. So focus is revise the facts that the students have already known. Development of skills is writing skill and cognitive skill. Sub-skills are mechanics of writing and predicting. The next thing is prepare a poster. The students will be asked to prepare a poster and the various themes will be given to the students. And on the basis of the themes, the students will prepare posters. That is, suppose they will be asked to prepare a poster on the setting of the play, or they will be asked a poster to introduce the different characters of the play, or to discuss the plot structure of the play. The main focus is appeal the students' imaginative power and make them envisage the point of view of the characters. To enhance the students' imaginative power, and the development of skills is writing skill and cognitive skill. Again, the development of sub-skills is mechanics of writing, predicting, and using the previous knowledge. Now this is again an interesting task-based activity which can be conducted by the teacher. Write a letter on the given topics. The topics can be, there are two pairs, two lovers and two beloveds. And Cecily is one of the heroine of the play. She will ask the students to imagine that he or she is a Cecily, and she will write a letter to her fiancé, that is Algernon. So Cecily writing a letter to Algernon, Jack Worthing writing a letter to Gwendolen. So this is the way the students are made to write something on their own. and this proves to be an interesting activity for the students. It appeals to the imaginative power, and development of skills is writing skill and cognitive skill. The development of sub-skills is mechanics of writing and organizing cohesive paragraphs and predicting and anticipating. Now this is the activity where the movie, The Importance of Being Earnest, will be screened. The students will watch the movie and they will write a review of the film. Obviously the review will be written in the light of the points such as setting, music, props, gestures and costumes. The focus is to analyze the play as a whole, and the development of skills are listening skill, writing skill, cognitive skills. Sub-skills involved are note-taking, mechanics of writing, organizing cohesive paragraphs. Now next activity can be choose a role card and give a performance. In this particular activity the focus is to build the students' confidence, minimize their stage fright and make them use language in different situations. The development of skills is speaking skill. By persistently remaining single, a man converts himself into a permanent public temptation. So all these are the epigrams and the students really enjoy talking on them. Now, we discuss some of the, task-based activities that can be conducted in the class. Now, I would like to, discuss how these activities or how task-based learning really influence the students. Dale School of Learning says that people generally remember 10% of what they read, 20% of what they hear, 30% of what they see, 50% of what they hear and see, 70% of what they say and write, 90% of what they do. Retention is best when the learner is involved, says Edward Campbell. And as per the Kung Fu Zoo Confucius, when I hear, I forget. What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. And exactly, in task-based teaching, the students do things, and that's why they understand things in a better way. Now, I'm coming up to my concluding part of the paper. There are 6 mantras I have written to make our teaching of English drama effective, obviously through task-based activities. Task-based learning activities are just the enablers for teaching. They cannot replace the teacher. Never enter a class without meticulous planning and selection of apt task-based activities. The students are there involved in the activity, but the teacher has to do the homework. An emphasis should be given on the planning of pre-teaching, teaching and post-teaching exercises. Task-based learning activities should include rigorous practice exercises such as group discussion, role play, enactment, improvisation, project work, etc. Cater to the diverse preferences of students for learning, because students have different interests. Lecture, discussion, obviously lecture, not a typical lecture, but the lecture that I told you, audio-visual aids, role play, etc. Pick a right mix of task-based learning activities that provide easy and moderate level task-based activities which focus on the factual information, and difficult level task-based activities which demand use of cognitive skills, imaginative power and creativity. Because we always get a mixed class where all the students are not intelligent, the competence level differs from student to student, and hence there should be a mix of activities, some easy, some difficult. So what I presented just now, from this I would like you to say that previously, when I showed you a picture of the students, do you remember the faces of the students at that time? They were such, faces, they're just passively listening to the teacher. And now see this vivacious class, the students are so energetic, they're enjoying the session. Yes, why? Because they are doing something. and they are doing something, that's why they understand, and when they understand, that is actual involvement. So I think that let's try to make the learning of drama an enriching and fun experience for us and also for our students. And last but not the least, let's keep collaborating. Thank you.
Thank you very much.